get out. I don't want to die in a fiery auto crash, you know.
Yeah.
I thought I don't want to be passed through fire like what's that fucking what's that TV show? Who's that crazy dude blows himself up all the time?
Oh, fuck.
Wears a red suit.
Oh, Evil Knievel.
Hey?
Evil Knievel.
No. He played Ant-Man.
Fuck, I don't know.
Blood, something, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, he lies on top of 44-gallon drums and he just blows himself up every fucking 2 weeks because he's bored.
Yeah, no, I don't fucking
He's
know.
superhero. But that's what it's about. That's what the whole thing's about. You got to die. But the thing is, you don't die.
You can't die, can you?
If God says you don't die, you don't fucking die. But you can get hurt. Now, the safest way to kill yourself is to drown because you don't leave any scars, burns, broken bones, holes in your fucking head, all that shit, do you?
No, that's right. Yeah, fair enough.
So, they've got it all worked out. Water baptism. Only thing happens is you drown, but you don't. Your heart stops and you start breathing again. So they've got it sussed out, mate. They've known this for a long time.
So, what you reckon that's what the normal baptism was intended, or that was the original intention? Is that what you kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think like the normal folks who don't really know it, they just dunk their head under for a few seconds and just say, "You're baptised now."
Yeah.
But anyone who has any signs, they fucking hold you under until you drown. Yeah? But what happens is your throat shrinks, you don't actually swallow any water, but you do think you are dead. You do go, "Oh, well, fuck, they're not letting me up. I'm dying."
Yeah, you relax, you
just relax and go, "Oh, fucking," but they pull you back out and revive you, you know?
Yeah, okay,
yeah. So that's how it's done. And that way you don't have any broken bones, you don't have big rings around your neck where you fucking hung yourself, you know? Or you don't have holes in your head where you shot yourself. Yeah? Yeah, so that makes perfect sense now, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, in a way, yeah.
Yeah, well, because you're going to survive it and you don't want damage.
You don't want to know.
You want to be fully functioning and you don't want big scars all over your body and fucking holes in your head and, you know, half your head fucking missing and shit like that, you know?
Yeah. So presuming you could do any of those other ways and you'd still survive, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Righto, so now I'm 80 k's straight into a fucking pole. I get out and I have to tell everybody I'm Jesus Christ. The time is very short. Ask for forgiveness. That's the message, okay? Everyone's just looking at me going, "Oh, fuck." And I go, "Look, I know exactly how it sounds. I've got kids. I've been talking to the Holy Spirit. I know what, you know, I know it sounds really fucking stupid, all right? But I have to tell you this. Okay? Look me in the fucking eye. If you think I'm mad, fine. But I'm telling you now, okay? Yeah?
Yeah.
And of course, you know, some of them were like, "Oh, yeah, no, okay, that's fine, no." And a couple of others were like, "Oh, yeah, all right, whatever, mate. Yeah, another one of those one day."
So this is at the hospital?
Hey?
This was at the hospital?
You know what?
This was at the hospital?
Nah, this was on the side of the road, mate, to the witnesses and the police and the ambulance.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then I got taken to the hospital. I'm still going through the movement of the snake, mate. I can't fucking sit still. I'm going fucking crazy, you know?
Fuck.
And everyone who comes and talks to me, I just tell them the same fucking thing. By the sign of the water, by the movement of the snake, I am the Christ. Time is short. Ask for forgiveness, yeah?
Yeah.
Anyway, so they put me in hospital. That night, they just drugged me up. I ended up falling asleep, mate. Next day, I'm doing fucking exercises, getting up, walking around.
Yeah?
Holy Spirit fucking takes me around the streets. I've got to meet people. I've got to tell them fucking things. He tells me who to go and talk to. He puts words in my fucking mouth. I have to fucking administer to a guy and tell him that he was saved. I have to tell another guy that he's ordained. I have to go and knock on people's doors. I don't know Melbourne that well. I'm walking around all these houses, knocking on doors. I pull up to a chick in the street and he just makes me turn around and just get straight in the car. The chick's going, hey, I'm not your Uber. I'm waiting for my son. And I said, I'm Jesus Christ. And she goes, okay. And she goes, no, but she had an Uber ride for Jesus Christ. Yeah?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, and she thought it was a joke. But then I turn up with a fucking dressing gown on from the hospital and I say, oh, I'm Jesus Christ. Mate. There was like me, this old guy who had a big owl ring on, this 24 karat gold owl ring. I had to bless him. I had to fucking place my hands on his forehead. I had to tell this old lady who was fucking totally crippled, I had to tell her that her faith has been rewarded and she's been saved. I had to tell a bunch of young Turks that you've got your answer and you're not listening, mate. And you should have seen their faces, mate. They sat up and they took fucking notice.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So then I go back to the hospital. I'm doing all my exercises, mate. I'm going through the movement of the snake, doing all my fucking yoga. Doctors come around, they go, you can go home, mate. There's nothing wrong with you. Can't believe it, you know? So then, like middle of the night, the Holy Spirit leads me outside the ward. Like the whole place is locked down for COVID. All the elevators are locked, right?
Yeah.
You've got to swipe a card and have someone take you up and downstairs. I'm walking around, elevator opens. I'm fucking panicking. I'm thinking, oh, he's taking me to hell now. Goes down the bottom floor in the car park. He goes, follow the lines. Go and sit up there. He said, now, remember when you first opened your pineal gland, how you just sat in the park and you just sweated like a bad man and, you know, you just rode it out until it's finished? He said, I just want you to do the same now. You don't have to do anything because you're going to do the final movement of the snake.
Yeah.
And you're going to get rid of all that fear. It's going to pass through you. You'll feel scared, but it's just your body reaction. You're not going to die. I don't want you to do anything. Just sit still. Yeah?
Yeah.
So here I am sitting in this underground car park, just sitting there and just getting fucking hot and feeling panicky and fucking going through this thing. And then after a few minutes it stops and it's all gone. And then he goes, okay, walk back now, go back to the elevators. And I'm thinking, oh, now we go to hell. So I'm fucking panicking again. But he doesn't. He takes me up the floor. I have to ring up security and go, oh, mate, I've just got on the wrong floor here, mate. I'm stuck in the car park. Can you let me back in? You know, I'm impatient. This is 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
And I get the elevator up, get out of the elevator, I'm thinking it just stops. I don't push any buttons. It just stops and I just get out, and then another elevator directly across staff only opens and I go up another floor and I get out of that one, and I'm just walk straight to this little office and there's a tap and a sink. And I'm like, drink from the everlasting cup of life. Yeah, take life's waters for free. Yeah? So I get the plastic cup and then I see a red and a blue glowing light. So one's hot, one's cold. And I thought, well, I don't want to drink fucking hot water. You know, I've just had a car accident. So I hit the blue tap thinking cold. And then I thought, hang on, the Matrix.
Red pill, blue pill.
Yeah, red pill, blue pill. So I fucking tipped the water out straight away, and then I hit the red one, and it won't work. And I'm going, oh, fuck, I fucked up. Right? And then I'm going, no, bullshit. So I keep pushing these fucking taps, keep pushing them. And I'm almost just about to give up, and I hit the fucking hot tap, and the fucking water comes out of the red one.
Yeah.
Right? And I sip it, and it's burning my lips a little bit, but it doesn't burn my mouth or going down. I'm drinking straight boiling water.
Fuck.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Anyway, and then I go out of there, walk back out, and I'm thinking, well, now what do I do? And this guy just comes walking along. He goes, oh, what, you lost, mate? And I said, yeah. He goes, what floor are you on? I said, number 7. He goes, oh, yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'll open up for you. Fucking just sends me back up to the 7th floor. You know, like there's no security, no nothing. Not like, what the fuck are you doing here, mate? You know, like you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like you might have looked like you're in the right place, though, from what you said.
No, No, this is just a normal hospital.
Yeah, but you're in a fucking hospital robe or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I got a dressing gown on.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
yeah.
and mate, everywhere I go, there's watchers everywhere. There's people fucking watching every fucking thing I do, mate. They won't leave me alone.
Yeah, fuck,
And
well, shit.
yeah. Anyway, then I have to go to. He tells me to go for a walk. And I'm going all right, so I follow my feet, and my feet just get pushed around the corner and stop at sets of lights, and just get told where to go. And then the number comes to my head, 33. So I walk up the street and I go, oh, well, house number 33. It's got a red line on the fucking door. I go knock on the door and I tell him I'm Jesus Christ. I'm here. Time's limited, and get right with God. And this guy's just like really casual and really thinking. He goes, well, I don't really know you, but thank you for the message. I really appreciate that. And just closes the door. Like normally I expect someone to go, oh, just slam the door in your face and say, fuck off, idiot. So I'm dressed in a fucking gown, mate, in a white fucking, fucking pajamas from the hospital. I'm walking around the street.
They're like, here's another one.
Yeah. Anyway, then he takes me to a fountain. There's a big park up here just across the road, which I never knew, and it's got a 7-tier fountain in it. It looks like it's made in all cast iron, made in the fucking 1500s or something,
Yeah, right.
Anyway, he walks me all the way straight up to it, and I said, no, I'm not getting baptised again. You're not going to tell me I'm not going to die again just because I didn't do it the first time. And he said, no, just drink the water. Take the life's, drink from the fountain of youth. Yeah?
Uh-huh.
So I just bent over and scooped a couple of mouthfuls of water and just drank it out of the fountain. Yeah. And then I go back to the hospital, and he says, right, now you're not going anywhere, but anyone who comes and talks to you, you ought to tell them exactly everything I've told you and everything I've showed you. Don't tell them any lies. So, mate, I've got all these people from fuck knows where, from all over the world. They're all dressed in kaftans and fucking Muslims and, and they all want to know. They just come and ask me all these questions. I answer all their questions, and they just go, thank you very much for talking to us. We really appreciate it. And they all just disappear.
This is the last week or the last few days?
Yeah.
Since I spoke to you last fucking week.
Yeah. Right. And anyway, and then they say, oh, you can go home. And you only need one more MRI scan. You can do it as an outpatient at the Austin. Right? Which is my local hospital.
Yeah.
But then another nurse comes along with full security and says, no, you can't leave. And I said to the other nurse, I said, you just said I can leave. I'm discharged. She said, yeah, that's right. I said to this security guard, excuse me, you're in my way. And he goes, well, I'm going to love fucking you up, mate, eh? Think you're fucking Jesus, eh? And I just said, listen, mate, I'm discharged. What you're doing is unlawful. If you don't mind, just step aside. And he's going, oh, mate, I'm not going to fucking step aside. I got a fucking issue with you, like this sort of shit. And I just said, listen, pal, I said, you touch me, I will defend myself. And he goes, what, you fucking threatening me, cunt? And he goes to grab me, mate. I fucking smacked him clean on the head. He had this great big fucking line and split down his forehead. But the cunt grabbed me and he fucking kneed me in the ball so fucking hard. Oh, fucking hell, it hurt, mate. Anyway, the 4 of the cunts jump on me, fucking jump on me, hold me down, stick me with a needle, fucking strap me into a fucking bed, and then wheel me off in isolation, and then take me across the street to the nut ward.
Fuck, see, I thought you'd already been in there for a short period or something, and then they're like, no, you're not leaving now or something. That's what...
Yeah, well, I was in the hospital for 3 days, and they said I was leaving, and then they got the security to bash me up, drug me, and bring me over to the psych ward.
Yeah. Well, no, what I mean was I thought you were in the psych... I thought they put you in the psych ward for observation or some shit. Well,
somehow they just didn't want me to leave, but they set me up. My son was on the phone.
Yeah,
he said, Dad, he said, I heard everything. He said, Dad, they set you up. He said, one told you could leave, and the other one's saying you can't. He said, but the doctors had to come around and say you can leave, not the fucking nurses. So the nurses have just set me up.
And the security fucking guards.
Yeah, and the security guards loved it.
Oh yeah. That's what we spoke
and I'm
about.
thinking,
They're hanging for it,
no,
eh? Bit of fucking excitement for them. They're sick fucks.
they're hanging to bash fucking people who are in hospital for mental illness or whatever. They
Yeah.
love bashing them.
So well, all the old fucking bouncers, you know, old school bouncers probably all just went to
Yeah,
hospitals. You know what I mean? So they can get it out.
yeah. Trying their best to break my fucking arms and ram their knees into me and push my head through the concrete, and I'm just laughing at them, mate. And I'm going, I got my left arm up, and I'm like, mate, I'm not kidding. It was just like I was just moved my arm normally, just doing a little wiggle out in front of, from straight out from my chest and back again.
Yeah.
And this guy's leaning on me with all his body weight, and I'm just pushing him off me. And I'm going, that's my left arm, mate. You know that's my weak arm. God, you're a fucking fat cunt, aren't you? You're pretty piss weak, aren't you, prick? and his mates are laughing at him. Oh, fuck. It was funny. It was fucking funny.
That's all.
So, anyway, yeah, so they sent me back to this place. I was here for 5 nights in total fucking agony because they actually ruptured my main bowel.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, so they're giving me Panadol every 4 or 6 hours, mate, and I'm in fucking agony.
You know, on your other pain meds, they would have stopped those.
I got a fever, eh?
They would have stopped your other pain meds, or you wouldn't have had them.
Yeah, no, they took them off me, the fucking smart-ass bastards.
Yeah, fuck.
They go, oh, no, you can't have them in hospital. And they just took them. They took my phone. Yeah. Yeah. And then, yeah, so I'm in this place for 5 days, and then finally I get a fever because I'm starting to get septicemia because my guts are leaking into my shit's leaking into my guts, you know?
Yeah.
And they think, oh, he's got COVID, quick, get him over to the hospital. And they go, oh, no, mate, you've got a ruptured bowel, you need an emergency operation first thing in the morning.
And then 5 days they wait for it, though.
Yeah, no, they did it the next morning.
Oh, I thought you were waiting a week. Oh, yeah.
No, I was in there for a week.
Yeah.
They kept me there for a week just to see how it went. Anyway, it's all healed up, mate. It's all fucking fine, but I get a bit of pain from just when I eat, and if I do, it moves the wrong way, you know. But all the staples are all fucking healed, mate. There's no blood. There's no nothing.
So is
I'm
it
fucking fine. I could go home anyway. They're talking about going home anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I spent 5 days in the hospital, and they were all apologetic. They're all really fucking sorry. I saw a different psych team. I told them all about the movement of the snake. They go, they know all about it.
Yeah.
They know all about it, mate. They know what the Christ is. They know what the king is, and they know all about the birth certificate fraud. They know all about it, mate. But they're testing you out to see if you're just a fraud and just trying to get out of the book of life into the book of death and into the light.
Do you reckon, or do you reckon they're just psych bloody people working there, you know, appeasing, or, you know what I mean, or just fucking going along with? Do you know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
there's a lot of that too. But the main teams that are in charge of everything, they know all about it, mate. They're asking me, begging me, please don't go and tell everybody else about it. All right, you're not going to go out there and talk to other people about this, are you? And I'm going, no, of course not, mate. I go, well, it's too late. I said, it's too late. I've already put it on YouTube. I said, my mum knows about it. My son knows about it. My friends know all about it. And I said, Gregory Hallett knows about it too, and so does the Vatican. I said, how about you go do a bit of research and you find out about the movement of the snakes and the water signs.
So is this that thing that that I know alluded to, that he alluded to doing this thing where I said to him, he was illuminating or something?
Yeah. He goes, oh, yeah, I've done a couple of these tests. No, he hasn't. He hasn't done any of them. He knows about them, but he hasn't done them.
There was one where he was saying people wouldn't come near him because he was like, I don't know, lit up or something. That's the way I took it, but I don't really fucking know.
He's full of shit. He's part of the Russian fucking mafia bullshit. He's total full of shit. So
has his voice, like, you know, the voice of God, or has it come back since you've been in the hospital then, or, you know what I mean? Like,
no. He's told me I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to do anything. Only talk to people who come to me and ask questions, and then I can tell them only after I decide whether they're sort of kind of worth telling the truth or not to, you know.
And you know.
Because those who deny the Christ is dead, or those who deny the Christ is alive are not saved. Those who say that Christ is alive are saved.
Yeah, right.
And those who say that Christ is dead, they're dangerous people. They're the ones who are going to be taken out in the final war, unless they turn around and ask for forgiveness.
Is part of you thinking, fucking, what's it called, V2K, you know, that kind of shit, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I went through that, mate. I did have a bit of a thought, well, you know, if this is what it is, and then I'm thinking, no, mate, nah, too much has happened. Too much, you know, like V2K can't move your feet, can it?
well, yeah, I wouldn't think so, right? Like, I got,
Yeah.
you know, I got no doubts as far as, you know, the healing and all that kind of shit. No fucking no doubts.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just that, you know what I mean? When we spoke about this before.
Yeah.
When you hear when a voice is coming through and in yours isn't yours.
But if they wanted to do V2K, they wouldn't want me to be the Christ. They want me to be a nut job and probably go and do a suicide mission or something.
Well, you know
what I mean?
You're right, but you could also look at it and go, maybe that's what they were fucking trying to do, but you fucking blitzed through it. They're like, but I don't think that's what's happened. I'm just fucking, you know what I mean, playing bloody sides. We'll get him to crash his car into 80 k's an hour. Fuck, he survived.
But if it was V2K, crashing a car 80 kilometres an hour into a fucking pole, you're not supposed to survive that.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and then you've blown him away. They're like, fucking hell, he survived every attempt.
Yeah.
He's just getting stronger. Fuck, it's backfired.
Yeah, well, exactly. So what if it wasn't? Well, okay, let's say some of it was V2K, but let's say the other side of it was the real Holy Spirit who's going, no, don't worry, mate, trust me.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you went through it all. You survived. You know what I mean? You went through it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like
and they all seem to know about it. It's not a fucking big secret, mate. Nobody's tripping out going, you're a fucking whack job, mate.
I never heard this shit, eh?
Oh, you fucking
I've heard people like, you know, Christ consciousness. I've heard Kundalini, heard Christ consciousness and all that, but I've never heard this by the sign of the water and the snake, which is intriguing. I'm a water sign. The shit you told me about snakes before, man, is really. I've told you about my memory as a kid, haven't I? My earliest dream, but it was like I was awake. It wasn't a dream, right? It was real.
Yeah.
And that kind of got. I realised only in the last year or two when I was, you know, playing around with the silver bowl and the, you know, what I was calling plasma fish. They look like snakes. It's the same thing. It's the same, and that's when I've with healing. You know, George, I've seen them.
The Matrix is exactly the same thing, right? All the elites going through this process, and that's how they work out who they should be and what they should be doing. Right? There's another movie on Netflix called Sense8 and Dark.
Yeah.
And they're both about the exact same thing. The opening scene of Sense8, the woman's going through the movement of the snake. The Matrix is exactly what it is.
Well, so it's not. You couldn't just end up in that state without going through the.
You haven't got these things plugged into you. You've got these snakes, these fucking spells, these curses, sucking all your energy and living on your fear.
If you got fear. Yeah.
Mate, we've all got fear. We've been filled with it.
Well, we're programmed to a certain extent, but you know as well as I do that it's dissipated over shit's happened over years, over time, and there's not. I don't feel afraid of things, anymore.
I met a girl here who had a certain theory which made a bit of sense. She says that we're the ascending people. By creating fear, we're actually powering the power grid.
Well, I think that's what the whole Archon thing is driven by by that. Everything I see people do, man, my mum's tonight, is fear. I see everyone reacting out of fear. And
But that's what's powering all the power grid, mate. You know, with all atmospheric electricity. No, it's all the fear from us. We are the energy. We are in the Matrix. They say we've become a battery.
Yeah, we are the energy for sure.
We've got 7.5 billion cells in us, and each one is 1.5 volts each.
Well, we're designed like a fucking battery. If you look, we're exactly. We are batteries, but yeah, what we are is it's like the universe, right? It's like the one song being played by everyone, the projection, right? The resonance, the frequency, right? And we're actually creating this entire fucking thing together. That's why it's the universe. It's just that, we've been fooled out of, I think, a lot of that. But what I want to know, Charlie, what I'm getting at is like, it's very specific to the Bible, and you know what I mean, and this particular path. Well, there's got to be fucking more. There's many ways to skin a cat. There's got to be other paths to get to the same. Fuck, I forgot you were in the hospital, eh? Just then.
Knocked my finger on one of these stucco walls. I was just walking along and I bounced my knuckle along a stucco wall.
You know what? You're in the hospital and this is the first time the phone hasn't cut out and the first time you haven't taken me on the fucking coffee screaming, soul screaming ghost train of a coffee machine. No? I haven't heard that. If you're making freaked out.
Mate, no, they put everything away, mate. Not allowed to have anything late at night. I'm the only one up. Everyone's gone to bed, mate. I can't sleep. Yeah, I was in fucking agony tonight. They wouldn't give me my fucking Panadol, bloody endone. Fucking cocksuckers.
So do you know when you're getting out there?
They're playing so many games here, mate. So many fucking games.
Oh, it'd be endless, man. And they get to watch you constantly. We're getting watched on the outside, but like that, it's different. It's a different level.
Yeah. But anyway, apparently I got my phone back today. They had my meeting with the psychiatrist, and he wants to inject me with a psychotic drug, and I said no, I'm not taking it.
How fucked is that, eh? Like,
it's fucked. He goes, why not? How do we know you're going to take your tablets? I go, well, you just have to trust me, won't you?
It's such a fucking. It's so fucked, eh?
Yeah, I said I don't care. Send someone over once a week, mate. You know, I don't care. Do what you like.
I'm gonna find that. I've got that book, man, but I can't send it to you. But I'll at least find out who the author is, and maybe you can look it up on the net or something while you're there, because you should read it. It's fantastic. I can't remember the dude's name off the top of my head at the moment, but he's written a few good ones. But the story, man, it's it's convincing them that you're not, that you're not a psychopath once you're in there, right? Like
mate, I already know I'm not.
I know you're not.
Any other way?
No, I know you're not. But it's an incredible story when he's going through it. It's just like fucking hell. Yeah. And it makes you realise how that industry is like just set up to fucking.
How I feel. I got to tell people this shit.
Oh, mate.
I've got 3 kids, remember?
What I'm saying, though, is just like, that's the sick fucking thing, though, is that if your story, if they don't understand your fucking story, right, and they've got a pretty narrow fucking warped view of the world, let's be honest, they don't understand your story, they'll put you in this category and you're fucking cooked. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can lock you up for 28 days because we don't get it. Like, we're fucking narrow-minded idiots. We've got very fucking... you know
what the psychiatrist says to me today? He says, he goes, there was something about your birth certificate, and like becoming, owning the name and from the government and something like that. We didn't really understand it. Are you still going to do that? I said, it's already done. I said, I've already joined the common law court. And he went, within the next week or so? He just backed down so fucking fast.
Yeah, so it's like, there's a... I started reading the Book of the Dead the other day. I'd already downloaded it, because since I downloaded it ages ago, but since our discussion, I thought I'll start reading it. But I wrote about a few pages in, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. So different versions of Toth said this and so-and-so said this, and I'm like, I'm out of my depth here, man. Like, the whole... Oh, did you get that... Did you get the picture I sent you of the birth certificate thing? I found my original. You there?
Yeah.
I
I'm
found.
sneaking back in my room,
So
mate. I got a guy falling asleep, but I'm in the bathroom now, in the toilet.
I found the original registration or whatever of my birth certificate, right? It's not the certificate, but it's got on the front. It's got my name and it's got the number. This number with letters, and it's the official. It's not the one it's the one that says you can apply for the one that has all the details, yada yada, right? You can apply for an extract,
Oh yeah,
but it's got the number. It's got what would have to be my number, which would have to be my access to the to the trust, right?
Yep. So how do we get it?
Well, that's the thing. But this Eon dude in the States clearly has worked it out, but he's in prison.
Yeah, basically you have to declare yourself the living, breathing man on the land under the perfect law of God, with all inalienable rights intact. And you want remedy for all your titles and estates to be returned to you.
There's a thing, I haven't looked it up, but I saw, what's his name? It's probably a shoe, Max E, and talk about links to this site where you can write off and get all the contracts severed. All right, so you can, yeah, I was going to look into that.
Well, I joined the common law court, and that's the only live registration of your birth, and it's free.
But you know what, Charlie, though? It's fucking, it's
You
like...
got to make my will and testament, which you got to declare the living, breathing man, son of such and such, and mother of, or son of, mother of such and such. Remember how Joe did?
But is it not just like going from the fucking public to the private, which is just another veil of bullshit? Like, not to be disrespectful, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, well, I think there is a certain part of that, but you've still got to come out of her. You still have to come out of the contract, otherwise you're fucked.
See, man, we could be in contracts we fucking sign before we...
You don't have to accept your Quest CV trust, but you do have to declare yourself a live, living man on the land under the perfect law of God, not under the Noahide law, Vatican bullshit, government crap.
Well, they declared us, dead at 13 or whatever. That's the basic principle, isn't it? You know, dead, lost at sea or fucking some shit.
Well, you still have to say you're alive, but you can't claim on the trust because there's no three-tier government. We only have this bogus, corrupt corporation.
This administration, this administration of a bankruptcy. I told you.
But you still have to register as a living man, otherwise they'll just treat you like you're a dead corporate entity.
Well, couldn't you just do like what the fucking slave, what's his name? The slave, I forgot his name now. You know, the guy that had all the videos out. Anyhow, the guy that used to have the birds, right? And they changed the law, the Canadian bloke. And he just get rid of them, gave all the licenses back, just give them all back. Get rid of them, just give that shit back. Surely that would all you'd have to do would be something along those lines, yeah? Like.
Yeah. Well, I already told the electricity department today. I said, I'll be in hospital. I can't pay you any money. And I said, but the cheque is already on the bottom of the... I said, you've already been paid in full, and the cheque's on the bottom of the account. And she was going, yes, I know. But would you like to set up a direct debit just to make sure? And I said, no. I said, it's already paid. I said, I will sign that cheque to you and send it back to you. Because I know it's already been paid.
And what, she didn't argue with that?
No. She kept telling me, well, you can just set up direct debit if you want. Do you want me to email your bills? And I said, no, you send the cheque to me, I sign it and send it back to you. And she's going, oh, yes, I understand. But they still try and trick you, yeah?
So I'll be interested to see if you get around it with that, because
when you ring up, they don't know whether you know or whether you don't. Those who don't know will agree to do a direct debit.
See,
or set up another payment plan.